Don't be doodlehead. Wow, this is so twitchy. It's okay though. Hopefully today, because we are just using our keyboard and mouse, we won't have any weird lag or hiccups like we have been. Because I do not like having hiccups like that. And I think the only mission we have left, yeah, is this story mission. So I think here we're really close to nearing the end, which worries me a little bit. I do see here that we have a Bloody Harvest story mission. I think that is DLC stuff, so I'm not going to touch that one quite yet. We're just going to kind of continue down the beaten path here.
It may take some serious convincing to get Claptrap to hit 1,000 cuts.
Minion! Let's go to 1,000 cuts!
Or not.
I enlisted you as my minion, then Angel just happened to attack Sanctuary. Don't you get it? Jack was coming after me! It's time to take the fight to him! I'll meet you in 1,000 cuts!
Okay, so now that we're using keyboard and mouse, I gotta try to remember some of my keyboard here, the buttons. We don't keyboard mouse too often. We're gonna go back to the I do declare. I really like that. I love the mustache. I like the old fancy hat. Now can we find something that works well with it? Sure. Make me look like an old school prison guard. We're cool with that. Yeah, I think the rate of District Peak, I want to say, is... Yeah, I want to say all those are DLC stuff. So like I said, we'll wait to touch those. Try to bang out the story first. The beer of the day is our last Figueroa Mountain, our coffee golden ale that we've been enjoying. If you can find that, I do recommend it as long as you like coffee. It is very coffee flavored, but it's very smooth, super drinkable. I am a fan. Now what do we got here? Oh damn. That's right, we picked up two really strong guns on our last playthrough. We decided to blow coins quickly, or our golden coins, just to see. And, yeah, I feel like...
Goodbye.
I see.
So I hope everyone else is having a good day. Like I said, we went to the range for a little bit. Good time, good time. Didn't learn too much about our game other than we're still as bad as we remember. But we have a tournament coming up tomorrow, so we had to, I wouldn't say we had to, but the people we were playing with highly recommended we work on it, since we're going to be the lead-off guy for the tournament, so. Where's my shotty? I had to blow Teddy Ors, what am I doing? We're going to blow through ammo like crazy with these, because I keep forgetting that they're Teddy Ors. Oh. I want to know where that singing is coming from. Every time I'm in this area, I hear a little bit of singing somewhere. And I feel like it's something cool. And we just never find it. Okay, so we're clearly not going that way anymore. Maybe going this way will lead us to something awesome.
This is nothing! Get your ass gone! I disappear. We got a live one!
I don't think we've been down here yet. Hopefully there's something sweet. Huh? Loot chest is loot chest, that's all good. Though I do feel like we are nearing the end of our adventure here. We're about 30 hours in now. That sucks. That sucks. That is a lot more damage. Oh no. I mean... yeah, I'd rather have that, I think, than trying to fire the trigger a billion times on my own. Division 2 thoughts. Okay, so, because I got that right in the back of playing Anthem. At first I was like, Division 2 is worlds above Anthem, and I still believe it is. But some of the problems I had with it was, one, there's too much loot. And I know that sounds really ridiculous, but when you're trying to continually level up your gear all the time, it does kind of suck to be, I guess, overwhelmed with loot. While the game is fair, because of the guerrilla tactics, sometimes, you know, you'll be sitting somewhere, kind of thinking it's a safe spot. Next thing you know, there's dudes on your back, which kind of sucks. I know I didn't touch any of the PvP of it, and I know I have no plans to. PvP right now is really busted, so I'm just gonna wait until they get some of those fixes implemented. But I did like Division 2 a lot. I finished the main campaign on it. I started doing the overworld stuff, or the after game, end game stuff. It's strong. It is a great game. You know, but you know, like most loot shooters, it has weird little issues to it. Oh no, not always the worst in the world, but like I said, just for me, one was just too much loot. Because you have to continually try to level up all your gear for the end game. I know for people who want to play it online, there wasn't a ton of modes currently to play it on. I know that stuff's coming, but I know for some people right now the game just doesn't offer enough out of the gate. I think the main story though was fantastic. I loved going through the main missions of the game. Some abilities are clearly better than others as well. I feel like they're a little imbalanced in terms of their usefulness right now. You know, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's all stuff they will fix. But I am tired of games at this point kind of coming out incomplete and then offering us roadmaps. When I buy a game, especially for the $60 price tag, I expect to have my entire game for me, ready at the helm, ready for me to play. So to have something like, well, you know, in 3 months you'll get this, and in 6 months you'll get this, I do find that very frustrating.
Let's make face gravy!
But overall, I thought that Division 2 was a super awesome experience. A lot of the guns do have a lot of unique features to them. They feel the same. The gunplay is tight. The sounds are good. I guess some of the scenery kind of gets a little played out from time to time, where you're just kind of like, you know, it looks good, but after a while it does just sort of all look the same.
Minion, I've started my attack. I'm gonna tag every inch of this mountain if it's the last thing I do. Let's go. We're gonna make Jack regret ever setting up shop on this cliff. It'll take him minutes to wash this graffiti off. Minutes, I say!
I would have streamed Division 2, but the laptop is not strong enough to play it and stream it. I was going to make like a review style video, but by the time I kind of got around to it, I was like, well, the game's already been out a while, so I feel like I sort of missed the boat, so I just let it alone.
Hyperion
Got some buzzards heading your way, Slab.
frustration into pre-death vengeful anger.
I will defend you to the death, Minion!
Run for cover!
But I only have pretty much a ton of positive
Oh God, no, I won't!
for Division 2. Just the PvP is a little busted. So, you know, you like playing, I guess, with purpose. I would probably pass a little bit right now. Yes, I do still have a PS4. Oh, come on, there we go. Hopefully that dies. You know, I don't know yet. I know looking at it, it did look pretty interesting. Uh-oh. But it seems like as of late, there hasn't been too many games that have been coming out that have been overly exciting me. I think right now, sort of the gaming market for me kind of hit like a stale point. At this point, it's a lot of rethreading ideas, rehashing ideas.
Goodbye.
You know, or like not pointing any fingers at any games, but you know, trying to force a battle royale mode into your game. And like for me right now, I kind of feel as though the gaming industry right now is on a low. So there's not too many games I'm like highly anticipated for. Of course, Borderlands 3. I'm probably going to be all about that when it comes out. You know, I feel like in terms of looter shooters, no game will ever do it as correct as Borderlands. At least Borderlands 2. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will always love Borderlands 1 more. Just personal preference. Not to say that 2 is bad or anything, because that's clearly far from the truth. I don't think I'm getting up, and I'm not. But I wonder if that's my wash machine.
The Hyperion Corporation says, mortality, schmortality.
And I guess because we sort of name dropped Anthem in retrospect to the Division 2, that's 1000% a hard pass. I don't care even if they fix all the issues the game has. I'm tired that the game's been out well over a month now, and there's still missions that are glitched and you can't complete them without having to use all these weird workaround ways. I'm absolutely against stuff like that. I feel like that game needed so much more time, and that game clearly did not get it. And it's very boring. The very few mission styles it had, the rinse repeat of it all, and it does rinse repeat a lot. I just got a hard pass on Anthem. For anyone curious, just don't touch it. I know there's been a ton of negative review, but it does do some things right, but it does a lot more wrong.
Hyperion wishes to remind you that by using this respawn station, you have forfeited your right to reproduce.
And since we got the laptop too, we really haven't been gaming on console at all anymore. You know, I do love exclusives and stuff like that, but I just love the. It seems like some PC games, not all, just some, are much better optimized. You know, basic things like FOV sliders and that in games are fantastic. The control you get with keyboard and mouse, while it did take me a while to get used to it, as soon as I did, it was very hard to go back to a controller. The slower aiming and stuff like that. I'm not going to sit here and say things like PC Master Race, because that I do not believe. As you can see with things like the Epic Store right now, the PC community is sort of at odds with itself because they're having to deal with exclusivity issues that they've never had to deal with before, and it's clearly causing issues.
I disappear.
Uh-oh. Okay, hopefully this time we'll actually get up, though. Or not. We're so many levels above this dude. We shouldn't have any issues at all. And I think, too, after going PC, one of my big problems I have is having to buy and pay for things like Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus. For me, that's just like a big no at this point, being able to play games for free. Excluding MMO games, I feel like the having to pay to play online now is sort of like, I get why they do it. I'm not going to try to sit here and white knight that it's wrong, because I don't think it is. But outside of exclusives, I mean, for me, it's got to be PC at this point.
Don't worry, customer. Death happens to all of us every once in a while. Except
No, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Play Cat Mario. I will say, out of all the consoles I do have left, I absolutely love my Switch. That's the console that I really gravitated towards. Yeah, graphically it's definitely the least impressive out of the current systems and stuff like that, but having some games portable has been a big game changer for me. I mean, I don't play it as much as I would like to anymore. I mean, I went through like Super Mario, the hell is it, Odyssey, and I went through like the No More Heroes game and a couple other exclusives for the Switch, and I loved them. But they're not really getting the exclusives that I care about. Like for me, I'm not really a big Zelda fan, so like Breath of the Wild, even though I know it's great, for me it's just kind of a whatever. I will get the new Pokemon games, though I hate the new names. I thought Shield and Sword was really lame. I was not a fan of those at all. I almost decided to hard pass on them just because the names. Just because I really think they're just that bad. And I know that's kind of unfair to make that judgment, because for the most part, while the Pokemon games are more the same, they're always very solid at doing what they're supposed to do, which is be Pokemon games. At least the normal ones. Some of the other ones, you know, like the Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, I did hard pass on, just because they were simplified versions, and I was just kind of like, well, that's not something I need in my life. You know, and I think like right now, you know, Xbox really doesn't have any exclusives at this point. Like they've let them all go away. to focus on other stuff. And while clearly that's their choice, I feel like that was a bad choice for them. In the franchises, they do have things like Gears of War, which I love. You know, I don't think that's enough to necessarily pull in a big market. So I think, you know, Xbox sort of has to start doing stuff. You know, things like God of War on PlayStation. That game clearly was great. A lot of people loved it. I did not play it, but I do know that that game is fantastic. You know, none of the other God of War games ever let me down. Damn it. Well, we should get up here?
Cool.
There we go. But there hasn't been too many games recently that have come out that made me be like, damn, I have to play that. Like, I really wanted to play... okay, so the reason why we actually bought the Switch initially, and this is honest, is I really wanted to play Binding of Isaac. But I wanted a portable version of it. So I'm like, well, if you buy it for something like your 360 or your PlayStation, that's kind of lame that, like, you can only play it at home. And at the time, I really didn't have a laptop. So the reason why I bought a Switch was to play Binding of Isaac, as dumb as that is. And I'm glad I got it too, because every other game I got on that system, I think, you know, have been fine. I haven't played any of the ports, like Dark Souls. I played a little bit of the Skyrim game. It looked okay. You know, the game is old. It's not going to look super high tech. Oh. But like I said, for the games that I have played so far this year, Anthem was a massive letdown. I wasn't even looking to get Division 2. Somebody donated it to me, and I was just so blown away. That game gave me a solid, I think it was like 30 or 35 hours just going through the main story stuff. And it was, to me, it was worth every penny. I mean, you know, I didn't play D1, so I was kind of like, why would I play D2 if I haven't played D1? And I'm glad that someone donated it to me, because that game really caught me by surprise in how much I enjoyed it. I know the person who donated it to me, I played it with them for a couple seconds, and I was like, I think we played the first day for just a few hours. I don't have a lot of time that day.
Goodbye.
And I was like, the hour or so that we've played so far has been better than everything Anthem offered me. Like, it hurt me, because I thought Anthem was going to be so cool, and it just broke my heart. I'll never forgive it. Oh, we're not getting up. Okay. But I know I'm super amped for Borderlands 3 when that comes out. You know, I love the Borderlands franchise. It's probably, you know, a top 3 for me in terms of franchises. And they offer so much content too. Like, yeah, they're just kind of more by the book first-person shooters. What really does set them apart is their cel-shaded graphics. I mean, that's almost like kind of it. It's just the graphics, but I mean, it does the looter shooter aspect of loot and shoot absolutely amazing in my eyes. And I think Borderlands 2 set the bar so high that anytime a looter shooter game comes out now, my question is always, well, how does it compare to Borderlands 2? I'm hoping Borderlands 3 is that good. I think deep down in my heart I know it won't be. Like, it'll be good. But I think for a lot of people, Borderlands 2 will always just be like the point of the series was at its high mark. You know, 1 was lacking so much story. It felt a lot sluggish, real sluggish. It was kind of slower. I mean, it did some good stuff for sure, but I think 2 just took everything up to 11.
Your mistake.
Uh-oh. I don't think I'm getting up here again. Gun, you were so good for me for so long. And now you just became laughably bad. I think you're the only one I have that has corrosive too. And I know for games that I'm playing right now, games that I'm not streaming, I've been playing Secret World Legends a lot, which is a MMO game. And the reason why I actually wanted to play it was because, one, I never got to really dig my teeth into an MMO game, so this is like Daddy's first MMO game. Oh, that gun sucks though. Well, it's the only other corrosive gun I got. Yeah, that's gonna get annoying. Is that it's kind of meant to be played single player though, so I don't actually have to like MMO. There's other people in the realm and they can help you, but for the most part, it definitely feels like a single player game. And we've been playing a lot of that in our free time. You know, the other thing is too, when it comes to newer games, as much as it hurts my balls, is it just boils down to, you know, what kind of money am I playing with at that time. You know, we haven't worked for a while. The only income we really make is from Twitch, the Patreon. See, someone had recommended that to me. I haven't tried it yet. I heard like really bad things when it started, and then over time, like, it became really decent. Oh, come on, game, don't do this to me. Poor K. But I just kind of wanted to try something, I guess, out of my wheelhouse, because I've normally, you know, we've done first-person shooters, and I mean, for the most part, like up until we started really streaming more, all we'd been playing was Smite, and
The Hyperion Corporation assured none of that was your fault.
like, yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, I had been playing a lot of Smite, going deep into that. Of course, playing things like Arena. So I've just kind of started to refine my passion for video games. It has been an exciting experience. You know, kind of getting to play games again. And I will say, one thing I enjoy about gaming, and I know for a lot of people this is going to sound really odd, but the disappointment of a game, I think, is good. Because if every game is just great, you don't appreciate the really good games. So it's been nice to play a couple, in my opinion, duds, to really get the appreciation of the better games. And really go, wow, you know, this team enjoyed what they did. They dedicated a good chunk of their time. I mean, we need to heal up.
I disappear.
Alright, everybody, get ready to turn your sound down, because this gun is super annoying. So how have you been, Cheech 2K? How's work been going? How's cards been going for you? Are you pumped for the new set? Any cards you're looking forward to? Work is work, that's fair. I feel you on that. I've been there, I've done that before. Game, please stop being so bad to me. Be nice to me. Okay. How you feel about Modern right now? See, I know for me,
Hyperion recommends taking
because we only play Arena right now,
before we're invented.
I feel like as soon as Arena hit its bad mark, and I mean Standard kind of like, personally, I got tired of nothing but Esper control mono red, mono blue on Arena. So, you know, my mileage kind of petered out, at least like a month or so ago now for standard. I have been looking at modern a little bit. I just, for me, not really being a hardcore competitive grinder anymore, it makes me sort of leery to stream MTGO because graphically speaking, MTGO is not quite as pretty as Arena. So I feel like the only crowd you're really going to pull in is more tournament grinders. And because I'm not anymore, I feel like that's just a bad fit for me. There is a ton of fun decks in Modern right now, don't get me wrong. No game. Again, I don't want to be down. No. Well, we're just going to go for it. Nope. Wow. I haven't died this much in one spot the whole time we've been playing. Oh, turn that
Hyperion
off.
recommends checking for any excess limbs before continuing your adventure.
I do think, outside looking in, because we haven't played Modern in a while, Modern does look like it's really fast right now. In terms of like the times the games are lasting, I'm not really sure if that's true, but it does seem like right now Modern is in a very sort of a faster pace than it was. You know, not to say that's a bad thing. You know, I know everyone enjoys their formats to be I don't want to say a certain way, because that's not correct, but you know, some people enjoy a faster pace, some people enjoy a slower pace. I'm hoping that Modern Horizons comes out, and for me personally, I would like to see better answer cards for Modern. I don't feel like Modern has the proper answer sweep quite yet. Well, I'm glad to see that those decks are making a comeback. Not so much that I'm an aggro player, but I always like seeing mid-range being able to hold its own. That's always a good thing, in my opinion. I'm not saying it has to be the only deck, but when mid-range decks can hold their own, you know, that's normally a good sign. We'll have to look at that gun in a second. I hear people shooting at us. You know, I would like to see Force. My prediction is it won't be in the set like normal. It'll be, I think that'll be the box topper if it is, because I would like to see that, unless they've already spoiled the box topper and I'm just out of the loop. I think something like that would be great for Modern. Just because I don't feel like it would break the format at all. You know, not every deck right now is playing blue like something like Legacy, where there is so many blue decks.
Goodbye.
You know, I would really like to see that. I know some people feel like something like Daze could be really strong, and I do think Daze could be strong, but I feel like thanks to Shocklands, I think it kind of helps keeps Daze overall power in check. And there's really not that many like tempo strategies right now. But I would like to see Force. You know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I want to see Cabal Therapy, because as someone who played a lot of Legacy, Cabal Therapy can be a very disgusting card. So I'm not going to go that far, but you know, I don't even know if it has to be Force. Maybe give us like I would like to see Counterspell. I feel like at this point, 2 blue to just counter something, not that bad. Compared to what the format's capable of, I feel like 2 blue Counterspell is not going to shatter anything. I guess we'll put that on because it's less annoying. You know, as for what I would like to see in there, like I said, I just want more answers. I think that's kind of where Modern falls short, is having the solid answers. I mean, especially seeing things like Rest in Peace being too slow. Like, to me, for the decks that want to sit across from that card, I feel like that's kind of weird that 2 mana is too slow. Like, wow, you know, Modern has changed a lot from when I was grinding it a ton. You know, I'm not one that's against the curve coming down. I feel like with Eternal formats, as time goes on, that's just par for the course. You can't expect the formats to say, well, a 4 mana card that was good 2 years ago could still be good now. I think that that's absolutely wrong. You know, I like the fact that Modern did have sweeping changes. Why do you have so much health, my dude? I do think Modern Horizons as well is going to be one of those really interesting sets, just because we've never really seen anything like it before. So having a set that's coming out and is going to essentially change, or potentially change, the format without having the cards hit standard, I think for some people is super scary. I believe Wizards has already said it's print on demand, so hopefully that'll help keep some of the prices down. I know out of the gate there's going to be things that are grossly inflated, I'm sure. Not to say that that doesn't happen now. I mean, you know, clearly it does.
Hey, you know how I got my hands on that vault key? See, a few years back, Wilhelm and I paid a visit to your little friend Tanis, and we beat her for hours. We ripped it out of her broken fingers. But we let her live, because that's what heroes do.
I absolutely agree with that. You know, that's something I can say about War of the Spark, because I feel like it kind of has cards for like,
I'm sending some of my boys to help you out.
for all the formats. I mean, I'm hoping that Standard gets a shakeup because that's all I'm playing. I do think Modern is definitely due for a shakeup. You know, I think that some of those cards are even like potentially Legacy and Vintage good. You know, clearly due to the difference in mana from Legacy and Modern, or Vintage, and being able to kind of get quicker mana, you know, but I am very curious to see what happens. More so from Horizons, just because I feel like War of the Spark is just going to naturally change things.
If you got the money, I'll save your gold-earned life. That'll buy you a couple of seconds, if nothing but the urinal.
Oh, it just equipped it right away. Okay, perfect. I think they will. I know a lot of people have actually kind of looked down on that card so far, and in my eyes, I think that that card is great, just because it's kind of a ratchet bomb that can't be responded to. Like, I don't really see the downside to that, you know, because you're not casting it initially. The decks that are going to play it are clearly going to be able to make really great use of it for sure. You know, I think I really like the new Karn for some of the other formats.
That force field protects the final door to my chambers. It will only deactivate once you've destroyed the bunker.
You know, I love the Ashiok. I'm not like everyone else where, you know, like a good old Dark Ritual into whatever to play it right away in turn 1 for a format like Legacy is cute. But I don't really know if it's necessarily like the end of the world. I like the new Gideon a lot just because you don't have to take him up to turn him into a creature.
Alright, fun time's over, kiddies. Breaking his mouth breathers couldn't bust my bunker, and neither can you.
And I like this set too, because for casual players, I really feel it gave them a ton of interesting cards to brew around. Or even just like brewers in general to try to come up with some really wacky stuff. Uh-oh. This is gonna go so bad for us here, I bet.
Jump over those lasers, slug! My boys got supplies for you. Look for the buzzer with the white beacon. The slab's got ammo for you out on the ring.
That's right, these things die and drop down when you cut their legs off. I knew that. The one thing I fear for War of the Spark overall, though, is I think draft might be kind of rough around the edges. Looking at it with, like, I don't know if there's enough Planeswalker removal. So I kind of fear draft might be a little weird for this set. Not that that's a bad thing, but I don't know how fun this is going to be for something like draft. Limited, I think this set could be fantastic for. I mean, everything, you know, there we go. Oh, no, I'm not getting up here. Nope. Damn it. I really like the Teferi. I think in control mirrors, clearly the Teferi is gross. And being 3 mana, I feel like it's really cheap. Chunk cost wise. You know, clearly it's not as strong as, I guess, like the 5 mana big Teferi, but Teferi is very good. I'm glad Teferi's only a rare. I feel like at Mythic that card would probably have a grossly overpriced price tag on it for the hype on it coming out. So I think, you know, good on Wizards there for keeping Teferi just a rare. You know, I like the new Ashiok, as I said before. You know, does it make Mill more of a contender in something like Modern? I mean, 3 mana is kind of slow, so maybe. But that ability to not search libraries, I think, is very good too. Like, it's good to see even cards at the uncommon level be very good. This set almost has, like, cards for every rarity type, which I like. And I missed my grenade like a doo-doo head. Because we're just a doo-doo head.
I disappear. Over here.
See, when I first saw the Tibalt, I thought it was 5 mana. So I was like, ew, that is terrible. And then Thane was like, no, Dad, it's 3 mana. And I was like, oh. Then yes, that is very good. You know, does this Tibalt make up for the last Tibalt? I'm going to say no. Is it good to see a better Tibalt? Absolutely. Because I feel like that first Tibalt, they got really scared. They couldn't pull the trigger on. And as we all know, that Tibalt came out less than stellar. This new one, on the other hand, oh yeah, very good. Especially because it's able to shut off the life gain from things like Absorb and that. Oh, absolutely.
Watch those laser countermeasures!
I will say, you know, the Jace, I think, could do very interesting stuff. The idea behind it is very interesting. You know, having another laboratory maniac effect seems very weird. Not that I have a problem with it. I like it. The starter deck Jace is a waste of time, in my opinion. I love the Nicol Bolas. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do though. But I would like to see the Nicol Bolas somewhere. You know, clearly his home is probably standard at best, but the idea of the new Nicol Bolas makes me very happy. You know, I'm also kind of conflicted too on the story of this set. I kind of feel like at the end of the day, if like nobody dies, I feel like it was kind of a waste. Like if they defeat Bolas and Bolas lives, I don't like that. If all the Planeswalkers end up living from this fight, that sucks. I think the game kind of needs to dump kind of like their core walkers they have now and definitely switch it up some. And that's what I was hoping for. You know, there's so much design space for walkers, and we don't really get enough new ones. We get Lilies and Jaces and Chandras. You know, I want to see like Domri get more love. I want to see.
No more autocannons. Good job, Slab.
I guess I can't say Tibalt, or not Tibalt, Teferi get more love. You know, Teferi just kind of came back and he's doing fine.
You really think I'd protect Angel with nothing but a couple of bots and some flimsy turrets? You see, you're not at the bunker right now. The bunker isn't a place.
Yeah, I was happy to see Dak again. I know from the little intro video it looks like he dies.
Meet the BNK3R, the greatest defense bot ever built. Designed her myself. Now do me a favor and die. Oh! Welcome overboard, Slabs. This is gonna get messy.
But I feel like if Bolas loses, you know, there's not enough bad guys in Magic right now. Like, don't get me wrong, there is bad guys. But losing that super being like Bolas and kind of having Emrakul, like we know Emrakul's coming back, and that's fine. But I feel like for me, you know, Wizards needs to develop more actual like super bad guys. Hopefully sooner than later. It does look like Gideon dies, yes. And I'm fine with that. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be upset at that statement, but you know, I do think, like I said, it's time for us to get some more walkers. You know, we have all these walkers too that don't get enough love. Like, you know, where's Garrett? Put Groot back in there. You have all these dudes just kind of camping out. Like, let's do more stuff with Tamio.
Mortify! Take cover!
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot they are making books for this. See, I forgot all about that. I remember seeing a picture somewhere. I was like, what? Okay. I didn't like that they kind of revealed that the Wanderer is you. See, and that kind of makes me sad because I really liked, you know, Garuk, and to just try to see him sort of fall to the wayside, like, bummed me out. I understand kind of why with the controversy they had from a long ago. And I know Wizards kind of continually hints that, you know, oh yeah, he's still around, he's still out there. You know, So I'm hoping that was kind of a hint that, like, yeah, we have plans to sort of bring him back. But if they don't, I'm not going to be heartbroken over it, because it does seem like they sort of locked Garuk away into the infinite nothingness. As sad as that makes me. See, I don't even know if I necessarily need him to be the bad guy. But, you know, at least do something with him. Because I think, while not necessarily unique in terms of planeswalkers, you know, I feel like Garuk got shafted the most. I mean, they did the least with him. And I mean, I guess that's okay, but like, it feels like he's getting the Tybalt treatment because he's getting no love, and I think Garuk just deserves better. See, I think too, once his chain veil goes away or whatever, like, I don't even know if he'll necessarily be a bad guy. I think he would make an interesting bad guy. But I can say, and I know I told this to Seth already, from a set standpoint, like feel-wise, part of me feels this last set in the Ravnica block was a giant letdown. No, I think they pushed her too much as a good guy. Same thing with like Nissa. Like, Nissa should have been a bad guy, but the fact that they kind of changed her story a little bit, and instead of being all for the elves, she kind of turned into a hippie, like, they sort of pulled back that whole story arc there. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a current planeswalker if they do have a bad guy. I think there's going to be some new force that pokes its head out at this point, just because they've done so much work to make everybody good. And I kind of feel like Lily is just going to go, well, we've been a good guy for so long now, like, what's the point of trying to become a bad guy again, you know? Because she was never necessarily, like, pure evil. Maybe she made some poor choices. Oh man, dude, if they brought back Nick Nolte, my, see, I'd be all in, dude. I'd be all in on that. Success. But I mean, you think about it. What does Wizards currently have left for a main villain? You have Bolas, you have Emrakul, and that's pretty much all they've focused on as well. Which, in my opinion, was a little letdown, because I feel like they sort of boxed themselves into this weird corner now, where like, you've done so little with your design space to try to make a new villain that, see, I could see Tez being a bad guy. That's something I feel could be, just because he is a very selfish character, and he's very much about himself because of his hard upbringing and all that stuff. But is Tez really like, if let's say they made him the next real big bad guy, would you be like, oh damn, no, you're gonna be like, well, it's just Tezrid. They don't have a character that's gonna have that feel, and I think that's the problem for me. Like I said, they sort of box themselves into a corner. If they get rid of Bolas, and then they put, or they kind of set aside the Emrakul storyline for a while. You have nothing. Or you don't really have enough, I should say. I don't say you have nothing. And I really want them to put down the Justice League storyline. I feel like that's gotta stop. I might be the only one who wants it to stop, but it's gotta stop. Now see, the Phyrexians, yeah, they're still doing their thing. But I think after the mistake of Kelames and how much people hated Kaladesh, I feel like it's probably going to be a while
I disappear.
before we go back to another artifact style set. I don't think that's on their to-do list right now.
It's firing mortars! Look out!
You know, what comes after this set, I'm not very sure. I don't know if they've said anything about it or not yet. You know, I would like to go back to Lorwyn.
Don't kill those autocannons!
I think going back to something like Shards Block could be cool. I do understand sort of the fear with Shards Block though, because right now we do have all the shock lands. So, you know, 3 and 4 color decks I think just permanently become the norm for a while, and I don't know if they necessarily want that. You know, I would absolutely love to go back to Theros. I think that Theros was a nice set. Clearly at some point I would like to go back to Kamigawa, but I know with the stigma of that set, you know, I don't know how excited they'd really be to try to test the waters. So this set, while I like War of the Spark, and it's going to change a lot of stuff and a lot of things, I do think that they boxed themselves into this weird little corner right now. And they've kind of I think they're gonna make some of their player base sad either way. You know, like I said, I'm super sad that this last set feels more Amonkhet than it does with all the zombies and the gods and everything else.
Move quickly.
It doesn't really have that Ravnica feel to it, which kind of bummed me out. Again, not the end of the world, but it sort of made me a little sad once it turned sorta Amonkhet. It was like, I don't know. I like being on Ravnica for Ravnica. I don't really know if I need all these zombies and gods and all this stuff. I mean, you know, does it make the whole set bad? Of course not. It makes sense from a Bolas standpoint. It makes me upset from a Ravnica fan standpoint. If that's fair. Exactly. Where it's just like, oh, we're gonna go back to this plane. I love this plane, and then it's like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, I guess we returned in name. You know, again, it's not necessarily a terrible thing. It's just for me, as someone who loves the lore and loves the story, doing stuff like this kind of makes me scratch my head and go, that's kind of weak design there, Wizards. Like, I get it. It's a good way to end the story too, but
There, soldier! I'm climbing up the rear of the control core. I'll meet you inside.
kind of feels flat for me on the ass end of it.
Feeling overburdened by money? Thanks for the scratch. May it help you kill many things.
Pretty sure everything that thing has dropped for us was total trash, which is fine. It'll give us some of our money back from sucking butt.
Farewell, friend.
But no, I'm super excited for all the changes that'll be coming. and for every format, because I think,
Preparing bioscan. Please stand on the Hyperion emblem.
you know, seeing how little
Scanning biosignature.
Legacy does get for love, I feel like they need to keep Modern in a great place,
Biosignature confirmed. Hello, sexy.
especially with how expensive some of the decks are getting.
The password is, I love you.
That voice modulator had better work, or this will all be for nothing.
You know, Standard will always have its faithful even when it's bad.
Access granted.
Consider this your final warning. No, consider this my final warning. Turn around and I promise I'll make it quick. But I swear, you take one more step, every soul back in Sanctuary will die staring at their own lungs as I rip them from their chests.
But I think Modern needs to be one of the better formats always at this point, because if not, they don't really have an Eternal format that's properly supported.
It needs a siren. Jack acquired his siren catalyst a long time ago.
I'm gonna have to take my hand
Kept
up
her
really
hidden
good
from the world
tomorrow.
for years, but finally, you will be able to set her free. I detect you're getting close. Hurry and reach me. You must get the vault key and deal with me.
I like that Eldritch Zendikar. I never thought to call it that. Pure, unadulterated genius.
Executing phase shift. The key is
There's
here.
always good chatting with you, man. Have a good day.
To truly stop Jack from waking the warrior, you cannot just steal the vault key. You must destroy his catalyst. You must destroy...
Me. Jack spent years pumping me full of iridium, using me to charge his key and manipulate his enemies. Destroying the iridium injectors that keep me alive will stop the key from charging, and it will end a lifetime of servitude.
You get the hell away from my daughter!
What the hell are you doing? Angel!
Stopping you, you piece of...
Language?
The iridium injectors. Destroy them! Yes, just like that.
Ah, no you don't! Shields out!
No, I'll try
Damn.
to expose the injectors. Just hold on.
Bandit, if you keep this up, I'm heading down there to blow your brains out myself! You hear me?
He's lying. The coward would never face you in person.
So for anyone just tuning in, Melee Borderlands 2 action with Zero. We're having a good chat with our buddy Cheech. He's a competitive MTG grinder. It's always good to talk to him, sort of get his thoughts and opinions on stuff. I'm always curious to kind of see what's going on in his brain, how he's feeling about stuff. Sorry, we had a Borderlands stream with a whole bunch of MTG discussion. But also being a variety channel, if you will. You know, we do talk a little bit of everything, so, you know, don't be afraid to chime in with some 2 cents and either try to pick my brain or, you know, just see what's going on. We're pretty open, so. not necessarily our strongest gun here, but we have a ton of ammo for it right now, so I feel like we just have to use it. Hey, he's rolling.
Roland, I need you to lower the shields around my iridium injectors.
Did I miss something? Or is Angel a siren?
I meant now, Roland.
Right, I'm on it.
I'm sending you ammo.
Set these dudes down. Just sucks that our best gun is that really annoying one. I'd probably just use that one.
You can't come straight for me. You gotta kill an innocent girl. That's how it works. They'll try to guilt you to make you think it's your fault. Don't listen.
Where is it? There it is. Damn, all the badass health they have is ridiculous. There we go.
Shields down! Shoot the injector!
It doesn't look down to me. You lied to me, game. Or is one of them down? And I just don't see it. Oh, yeah, it is. I knew that. Oh, it was baby rolling. Hell yeah. Hopefully here we can pick up some relevant ammo.
Badass loader! Tossing my turret, soldier! Get to it!
He's down.
I'll expose the injectors! Just stay alive!
Oh, someone should take down the other part of that force field roll-in so we can kill some stuff, my dude. Come on, dude. Crawl faster. You a soldier, my man. Well, while he's doing that, I guess just for the safety of everybody's ears, we won't put on our SMG again.
You're endangering my baby girl. This is my vow. Every friend, every child, every person you've ever passed on the street, I'm gonna kill them all. You have to follow the rules, Bandit.
Oops. That was an awful throw. We'll get up though.
I enjoyed that.
Everything I have done was to protect you!
First of all, to save
Promise me you'll kill me, friend.
I will say, as little as I enjoyed playing Lilith through Borderlands 1, her character is very sarcastic, which suits me very well.
Lilith, we gotta move!
I've gotcha! This isn't over.
Stay on your toes.
Okay, so there's a badass there. Oh no, just a warloader, okay. I guess for now we'll just put the pistol back on just so we can kind of conserve our SMG, or our LMG isn't stronger, but LMG, our assault rifle, isn't any stronger, but it does fire faster. So it does feel better. There we go.
Who cares about the goddamn key? You're gonna end the life of an innocent girl!
Jack ended my life long ago. This has to end now, Vault Hunter.
I got the shield down. Hit the injector.
It's done. It's finally done. Thank you, friend.
Angel, you can stop this. I'll still forgive you, baby.
It's so messed up.
Dad, I have to tell you something. You're an asshole.
Angel? No, Angel!
What kind of person would do this to their own daughter?
The kind of guy who deserves to die.
That's so messed up.
She's dead. Jack just lost his only way to awaken the warrior. We got the vault key, but this isn't over yet. We gotta find Jack and take him out. Lilith, take the vault key to Tannis. I'm going after Jack.
Son.
You bastard! I'm gonna...
Language. What's that saying? Don't pick a fight with a man with nothing left to lose. See, I'm gonna show you just how much you have to lose. And I got the most powerful siren on the planet to do it with. Lilith, kill the Vault Hunter. We've got a date to keep with the warrior. Do it, Lilith.
What happened? What the hell just happened? First Bloodwing, now this? Vault Hunter, find me a sanctuary. We gotta get Lilith back.
I know some people were upset that Roland died like that by essentially just one bullet. And there's theories as to why that seems so weird, especially because, you know, in this game you take multiple shots. Clearly you live. New you spawn stations, etc., etc. I feel like for those people, you're just putting too much thought into it. You gotta advance the story somehow. Doing it that way while messed up does advance the story very well. So sometimes you have to lose people for the betterment of the game or the story. And that's pretty much what happens there. Oh. I like how right at the end of the game we're starting to get slag. Like, it does start preparing you for playthrough 2. Oops. Where's that? Ooh, it's got one of those fronts. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with that then. Anything that's got the big torque barrel, I just don't like because they fire so slow. They just never feel like there's value in them.
What the? How the hell did you get back there? Oh, friggin' Vault Hunters. No jobs. Son of a bitch. Rub me blind.
So we're just gonna sell. I don't want to say the garbage we just picked up, but
Did I get you to Sanctuary? I feel wrong. This device Jack's using on me.
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
I guess we'll try that new gun we just picked up, see if it's any good.
If you ain't dead, I'll keep you that way. Next time you're bleeding to death, just think of that.
I don't carry cash. Back off.
And I believe we unlocked a new skin? I guess that one don't look too bad. It's nothing super fancy, but I suppose that's okay. Kind of look like a bumblebee now. A spooky bumblebee.
It's a giant skag. Oh God, what does it want? What the hell do you want?
As normal, we got to follow through on our rule. Go through and finish all the non-story quests first.
This is dull.
Says the bastard that probably.
Vault Hunter? Little help? Look, it's a long story.
No, it's a short story.
I write short stories.
We were supposed to divide the take 4 ways, but somebody up and nicked it before we could split it up.
Oh, those idiots still screaming at each other? Marshall Freeman here. If you want to do me a solid and shut those morons up so I can get back to my nap, know that only one of them will tell you the truth. The other 3 are liars. If you could figure out which one of them robbed the other and pop it in the head for me, that'd be awesome.
Sam's full of crap.
Look, given what we know about human consciousness, I can be certain of only one thing. I didn't steal the money. I know my own mind, and I know my mind didn't steal it. If I knew everyone else's minds, I might be able to help you a bit more, but sadly I can only speak for myself, and I'm doing that now. Speaking, to say that I didn't steal the money.
Look, between you and me, O'Cantler's the thief. When we were making out, he was all, yeah, baby, I'm gonna steal all that money. And I was like, no, don't do that. And he's like, oh, yeah, baby, I'm gonna. And I was like, that's so wrong. Sam stole the cash, without question, after she and O'Cantler were done celebrating our successful heist. I saw her stuff the loot down her pants.
So Sam's full of crap. Can I talk to him again? No?
Huh. Guess Jim did steal the cash. But we were friends. That's sad. But maybe we learned something.
Well, at least this one we got right.
That Jim stole the cash.
Hey, thanks for saving 75% of us. Take this.
Oh. Well, that is absolutely something we're going to put on. It plays into our melee ability. Yeah, the capacity is a little lower. But but we don't have law in our hands. Well. I guess we'll try it. Yeah, it's a little lower, but it does give us a little more reach. Guess we have one more BA token here. Let's use that. We're gonna go recoil reduction. Again, we're basically only looking for shieldy stuff and things, so seeing how we kind of fell short there. Not super excited, but you know, you're sort of at the RNGesus there. You have no control over it. How many keys do I have? A bajillion? We'll wait to blow key. I think right now our guns are pretty solid. I never realized you could just click on the stupid place you wanted to go. I feel so stupid. Oop. Oh, don't make me kill that skag. We spent so much time raising it. I guess because where we are, we're gonna put the sniper on, because everything here is human, if I remember right.
Gonna cry, baby.
Oh damn, they're all level 30 now, huh? Okay. Well then.
Goodbye. I got something for you. Got ourselves a hero here. No getting away from us.
Well,
I ain't gonna be so
our
nice
shotgun is
next
insane.
time.
Damn it.
Uh-oh. I don't think we're getting up. No! Oh well. Seeing as how everything's leveled us now, I feel like we had that coming. And I don't know if anyone has been so lucky today to see her or not, but Rachel has been in the background for most of our stream. Hopefully you've been able to see her head once in a blue moon. Just because I know how much she absolutely hates the idea of being seen by actual other humans, so leave a comment in the chat if you have been able to see her this stream, just so I can let her know she's famous.
Goddamn mercs! I'm gonna kill you!
Nice. While it is technically just our build, I feel like if we had some form of protections, I would feel a little bit better.
Yes.
But now that everything's leveled to us again, we are, I'm not gonna say struggling, but we're definitely in down but not out, more than we want to be.
Ghosting.
Ah! There we go. So for anyone just tuning in, clearly Borderlands 2, melee heavy zero build. Sadly, after this stream, we will be off until further notice. I don't know when. I'll be back. I have some stuff to take care of. So hopefully after today's stream, you get your fix of me. Because after that, we will be gone for a while. Hopefully not too long. But I do just kind of live my life as a leaf in the wind. So I could be gone, you know, a few days, could be gone weeks, I don't know. We will have some YouTube being uploaded over there in our absence. So hopefully you'll get your fix of me there. For anyone watching this on the YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying the Borderlands 2 playthrough as much as I've had playing it. Borderlands, again, one of my favorite franchises ever of all time, ever. This game does not do me dirty.
Yes. You think you ought to be here?
I hope you're excited for the pre-sequel, which I feel like is going to be coming very soon here. I think we're on kind of the last leg of the main story campaign for this. Unlike the last few times though, there will not be a vote for which character we play. I am committing to Handsome Jack's double. This time, I like him a lot. Hopefully you can forgive me for not allowing everybody to pick. But I think I never finished that one, so I feel like I have to do that one sort of for me. Uh-oh. I don't think we're getting up this time. We've been down way too much here. Yeah, we're not getting up. As you can see here, my thumb is all taped up. We got a boo-boo today. But that's okay. I got a golf tournament tomorrow. The weekend is normally our off times. And Monday I start this weird thing. So,
welcome to my humble shop.
Sorry. Did I pick up anything good? Poop. I feel like that gun's a trap. So we're just gonna dump it. While I do enjoy grinding, I feel like we should just find a super puppy here and go fight him. Super skag. Take care of that. And after we beat the main story of this, for anyone curious, we will be going through all the DLC on the game as well. Because I like to do, I guess, sort of complete playthroughs.
Your eyes deceive you.
Wrong button.
An illusion fools
I know on
you
Borderlands
all.
1 we did not
I
finish
move for the
one mission, and that was because the Crawmax required so much grinding. I will go back and mindlessly grind it at some point, just to bang out that one mission.
Oh, crap. Remember how I said that little skag mom must abandon it? Well, I think she found him again. I hear skag moms eat their young. You gotta take her out, man.
Oh. I don't think this is going to do us much good here. We got to put on some form of corrosive weapon. As normal, I'm sorry to do this to you. Turn your headsets down, mute your screen.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Uh-oh. We're clearly not getting up here. Damn.
Welcome, customer.
I don't think we picked up anything there. That can go. I do not like the shields that decrease your health at all. Yes, the amount of shields you get is huge, but being the melee build and us being up close and personal, I feel like any amount of damage that we're reducing or health we're taking away from us is just gonna get us buried. So.
Excellent.
Alright, so let's go try to take down Dinko's mom again. Hopefully here we can, or Kino's mom, and hopefully this time we can actually do it. Again, we're going to use that SMG, so feel free to mute your headset, mute my sound for just a little bit here. Oh! Oh my.
Goodbye. Oh.
No. I don't think we're ready for this mission yet. Call it a hunch. It being a higher level than us, I didn't realize that until afterwards, and I saw that. I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna beat that. We ain't gonna touch it. So I think what we'll do is we will continue our main story mission, and then go back and touch on this a little later, as to save some face. Shield recharge is beautiful, and shield recharge again beautiful. I can't believe we actually got 2 in a row we wanted for the first time in ever. We'll take it though. And I guess while this assault rifle isn't terrible, it's definitely not feeling great, seeing how much ammo it consumes per shot. Kind of cruddy for us. I guess we can turn off that SMG for the time being. It's not to drive anybody nuts. There we go.
Roland, son of a bitch. Vault Hunter, you're all we got left. Jack killed Roland, he killed Bloodwing, but he is not gonna kill Lilith. Jack still needs time to charge the vault key. You just need to find out where this warrior is buried. There's only one place on Pandora that'll have that kind of info. The Hyperion Info Stockade. Get there.
Rachel's lovely enough to bring us a nice, refreshing water.
Hey, Slab. I don't just want to steal the Saltese bomb, Slab. I want to steal their pride. You fly our Slab flags over their camps in Sawtooth Cauldron, and we'll show Mortar's men who the real badasses are.
Ooh, okay, so we unlocked some more missions. That's cool.
This is as
Clearly, I think we're going to attack that level 25 mission first. Seeing as how low level that one is, I feel like we've missed that one prior for some reason, or maybe we got ahead of ourselves.
Roland's dead? Oh God, I remember the first time we met. I healed him up after he killed some of Nine Toes' men. He seemed nice enough, quiet, but damn, I'm sorry. He deserved better. You need cash? You know what's great about you. You don't ask questions. If you can get me a few creature parts and never ask why, ever, that'd be awesome.
Get your health and shields right here. See you real soon, I'm sure. Next time you're bleeding to death.
Nah, I feel like at this point we just gotta cling tightly to our health regen. As you can see, we've been getting down a ton this stream. This section of the game hasn't been so nice to us. So hopefully here we can right the ship, get that going again. Stop sucking.
Roland's dead. Oh. Me and him didn't see eye to eye most of the time. He never liked how I sold guns to the bandits. But I would have died in New Haven if it weren't for him. He was a good man. Hey, I got a job for you. I was making change for some idiot named Kai a few weeks back, and gave him a 10 instead of a 1. I need you to track him down and get the $9 he owes me. He was mumbling into an echo device when he came in. Maybe you can track him by finding his transmissions.
I still feel bad that we shot the wrong bandit, like a doo-doo head.
Make something. My time's valuable. Kinda.
I don't really know if any of this is really gonna matter for us. Let's see here. We don't really have one gun we've been using more of. I guess we'll just go SMG because we have.
You come back.
I don't know. This playthrough we've been in love with the SMGs. Normally I hate them. This playthrough I love them.
Jack killed Roland? Son of a bitch. He helped me take care of Mr. Shank, and unlike, well, damn near everyone around here, he always behaved like a gentleman. I don't know what to say. Damn it, am I crying? Oh, sorry, sweetie. No work today.
So I guess we'll go talk to Scooter, seeing as how that's one of the missions we're supposed to do. And then we're going to sort of look at what we have going on, missions-wise.
Wish bandits would attack.
Hopefully find a section where we have a chunk of them.
I tell you, man, I'll never forget that time Roland and all them jumped over Pisswash Gully. Them was good times. Hell, man, now I'm sad. Is this what sad feels like? You kill the crap out of Jack. You hear?
Let's go. Even though I know it says go talk to Kai, we just saw talk to Tannis, talk to Brick, so we can bang those out quick. It'll probably be some cheap experience for us, which is fine.
Had Roland not forced me to relocate to Sanctuary, I would not be alive today. I am unpleasantly surprised to find that I am sorry that Roland is dead.
I appreciate you saying that.
If it makes you feel any better. Jack killed my dog a lot slower than he did.
Sorry to bum you out like that, but somebody needed to tell him. I've transmitted a code to Roland's armory to your echo device. If anyone deserves what's in there, it ought to be the badass who's gonna avenge him.
So we got a 20. Oh, we have a whole. We must have missed a ton of missions, seeing how all these are like 24 and 25. We messed up somewhere. Okay, so we're not doing that one yet. That one's a trap. I guess we'll go do the bearer of bad news.
Don't know about Roland.
Almost none of them would still be alive if it weren't for him, so you might want to let him know.
Fire, fire, Megamum. I feel like that's a pistol we could potentially get behind. Yeah, it's nowhere near as strong as what we have now, but it's got some good fire damage to it, and as we've seen, fire damage appears to be one of the stronger elements just over the course. Oops. Over the course of the... Ooh. Hey. Thank you for the subscription there, Bashams. I appreciate it.
Don't let this all be for nothing, amigo. Find Jack.
And how you doing today?
Jack.
Ooh. Double thrown out. I like that. Man, like everything we've been getting is just worse than what we have. I guess we'll try it though. It's gotta be good. It's a story weapon, right? Right? And is that what we're gonna commit to for stuff and things? Yeah, sure, I guess, whatever. I like that double thrown out. Sure words have never been spoken, though I still want to know how that happens.
Funny.
Oh, I thought we could just take him down that way. Seems like everything's leveling up, okay. Weird, I remember in 1, not everything stayed level to us. That's kind of interesting.
Are looking awful good. They're gonna look creepy as hell though once I start using them.
One more spider running around here somewhere? Oh, okay. Now then, where's our map? Okay, so I'm going the right way. I guess. We're going the right way. Oops. No. Get back in your vehicle. Oops.
Welcome to the Iridium Blight. Before Hyperion, this place was, well, still a crap hole, but it wasn't this bad.
I love the fact that the Iridium is purple. To me, purple is an aesthetically pleasing color. So seeing the world kind of have all the yellow hue to it, I'm a fan. I like it. Could just be me, but I like it. So as I said, I hope everyone's having a good day. After today's stream, we will be off for a few days. I have some stuff to take care of elsewhere. As soon as I can come back, we'll be all over it.
So, last night I got a little tipsy.
When that is, I don't know yet.
Unsatisfied customers I've had, so I mailed out some refunds. I don't know what I was thinking. You have to get those checks back from the mailboxes before the auto post sends them off. You gotta hurry. They'll be sent any minute.
Okay, well, I don't like the missions
to kill yourself.
where they're timed, so we're gonna wait to do that one.
Picked out for you. And you don't want to? That's fine. Call the Hyperion Suicide Prevention Hotline and you'll get nothing. But if you want a huge reward, you jump off that cliff and become my bitch. Take your time.
I feel like I have no clue where I'm going. Let's see, does our map open up that far yet? Of course not. Okay, well, we'll figure this out. I still can't get over to how long Borderlands 2 has been compared to Borderlands 1. I recently did a playthrough there with Brick, single player, just by myself. I didn't stream it or nothing, and it took about 15 hours. I think after tonight's stream, we're gonna be well over 30 hours, and we're still not done with this game yet. Like, that is insane how much more content they added to this. And it's just a good game. My streams do not do it justice, but I promise you this game looks really, really good with that new high context, or the ultra high def pack. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But I think that's one of the things that Borderlands has going for it that a lot of other games don't, due to the cel shaded graphics. Yeah, I know, I'm super pumped for Borderlands 3. That's actually why we started to do the Borderlands stream, I just, like, I can't, my body is ready for it. I can't wait. You know, I'm hoping, like, I don't think it can live up to what 2 was, because I still think 2 will always probably go down as just the best Borderlands. But if it can get really close to what Borderlands 2 did, I'm super happy with that. Like, you can't ask for much more than that, because I think 2 was just the masterpiece for the series. Not to say that it can't, you know, it can't be better, but I have high hopes for it for sure.
Hi, I don't want to kill you, which is kind of weird. I need your help. Oh, I should have a name. Humans have names. I bet I'm malfunctioning like the Dickens, so how about Mal? Hi, I'm a robot, and I don't like that. Could you help me become human? Maybe? I don't wear clothes, but I see humans wearing lots of clothes. Could you get me clothes from those bandit guys nearby? I'll wear so many clothes, I'll be the best human ever. I can't wait to become human. I'll take showers and tip waiters and get bruises and fold bed sheets and disappoint my loved ones and eat tacos.
Man, it's been such a trip to go back through this game because I know I played it several times,
I cannot wait to be human so that other humans can discriminate against me due to physical or mental conditions.
but I don't really remember much from it. So it's been so great to go back through it and, like, it's almost like a fresh playthrough for me. It's been great. Even though the game's super old at this point, like, it still feels new to me and it feels good. Where am I trying to go? That way, huh? Well, that's not the way to go then. I don't think that's gonna help me going that way. Well, come on. Uh-oh. Aw. Whatever's Rachel's making, it smells like chicken. But her being a vegetarian, there's no way she's making chicken. It smells good. Maybe she's making cookies. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's chicken. It smells a lot like chicken. So this is probably the way to go. Yeah. That's not the way to go. Oops. And I'm probably not going to get a vehicle now, huh? Oh, yeah, we are. Let's switch vehicles up. We always use the same one. No, I want to go that way. But no, Borderlands 3, oh, I'm pretty sure when that game comes out, my Twitch streaming is gonna be like BO3 only, until I completely beat the game, because there's so much. I mean, there's tons of hype to it. It looked like more of the same, and I'm fine with that. I think with Borderlands, if they try to do big sweeping changes, I think that'd be like the worst thing they could do for the game. I think you want to keep it simple. You want to keep it Borderlands. I know some people might not agree with that, and that's fine. But I feel like just more of the same with this franchise is really all we're asking for at this point. You know, a lot of the news that's coming out where they've confirmed new weapon types, the return of the Iridium weapons. It sounds like some of the Guardians are coming back, or like the alien race is coming back. That's cool. I think some of the new hunters look really interesting. I want to play with what's his name, Flack or Frack a lot, the guy with the beasts or summons things. I think that's who I want to start with. I want to be able to summon a Skag and stuff like that. I think that's pretty hot.
Badass.
Was that dude bleeding already? Oh, he's slag. That's gross. That's my shotty. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We should get him? Yeah.
That looked swanky.
I'm still not a fan of the Iridium weapons. Or the... Not the Iridium weapons, but the Teddy or I just... The exploding throwing them is cool, but like... It just feels too gimmicky to me. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. But the damage on it is so much bigger than what we have. I feel like I have to just commit to it. What was this last article clothing? There we go.
Yay, clothes! Wait, you got clothes. Thanks for getting all those clothes. Bring the clothes back to me, Mal, and I'll wear the clothes.
Another win?
This has been so great to go back through. I absolutely... Okay. One thing I hope they fix in Borderlands 3 is the driving mechanics in this game. I don't really like the way the vehicles feel. I think a small tweak to that, and then I would be pretty happy with stuff. The vehicles kind of feel loose, a little floaty. So, tighter and more responsive driving. I think that's all I ask for out of Borderlands 3. Turn this into Mal, our favorite broski here.
Thanks. I am now wearing the clothes. I think I look great. Ooh, vanity. That's very human. So why don't I feel human yet?
Wow, does a shield that does everything better? Sure.
I know why I still don't feel human. I don't have limbs. I hear those bandits have tons of limbs to spare. You could ask them for a few.
So let's put that shield on. No, that one sucks. That's weird to see one that does everything better. It's been a while since we've had something that did that. That's kind of nice.
Food and desire things. If you are less fortunate than me, I will pity you. If you are more fortunate, I will secretly loathe you.
Wait. We're probably not going the right way if I go that way, am I? Nope. Well, maybe. I don't remember those just opening, but that works. Sorry, buddy, you're calling me at a bad time, my man. What do we got here? Nope. One of my friends is trying to call me. He probably doesn't know I'm streaming. The last couple of days we've switched it up and we've actually had ridiculously for us early streams. Normally we stream at about 5 in the afternoon. Lately we've been trying, I guess mid-afternoon streams, just to kind of see what happens. I feel like they've been good for us so far. And not only that, but as a secret old person, it's easier for me to stream at noon than it is for me to stream at like the 5, 6 at night that I normally do. Because normally we like to be in bed fairly early because we're getting old. So these may become permanent times. I'm not really sure yet. Of course, we'll keep you updated on stuff like that as we go. But it definitely is easier for me, or on me, I should say, than for me, to do them earlier in the afternoon. So hopefully that's not an inconvenience to you. I'm sure some of our viewers will get kind of shut out from that. I'm sorry. Who knows? Maybe we'll pull some double duty because we don't really have a life right now. And we can do like early streams, later streams, just to see. You know, we're not afraid to try new stuff. Just as long as you're enjoying what we're doing, that's all that matters to me. And if you're not enjoying it, then why are you watching? Clearly we gotta go with this because it's just a piss off.
I'm gonna be rich!
Thank you for calling the Hyperion Suicide Prevention Hotline. Handsome Jack regrets to inform you that you are a coward.
Enjoy your nothing, idiot.
Well, I guess we accidentally, unintentionally didn't kill ourselves for Jack. I guess in the Borderlands world I'm a big Jack fanatic, so that's probably what I should have did. But we didn't have that mission turned on, so we don't, and that's okay too. God, whatever Rachel's making smells so good. She's probably making me cookies because she cares about me. And I'm pretty awesome, so I don't blame her. I like me as well, so it's a win-win for everybody. Guess we gotta get up there somehow. Okay.
revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Oops. Come on. Of course, we got to use this time to quickly get some grind on here. I mean, got to try to finish with those melee kills just to get the extra little bit of life back as well. It's not a ton of life, but I guess it's better than no life game. And like I said, Zero just feels so squishy.
My armor. I do not.
Yeah, we're getting it. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
I think we went too all in on the melee and ended up making ourselves kind of worse. Oh, it's so good. It's okay though. It's not the end of the world, I guess. So what do we find in here for our little buddy? Oh, that's right. You gotta smash those. Seems bad. FaceTime. Okay, so it looks like there's something going on here. Oh no. Oh, that was a bad idea. We should get up here. Hopefully that Raging Goliath does some damage for us. Uh-oh. Now we're getting up. Maybe we should have blown another key. Gambled again on getting a better weapon. Oh, that one was better in every way. Uh-oh. Okay. It just feels bad that we haven't been able to get any class mod for us above a common. Like, I'm very curious to see what the rarer ones would do. I think we had an uncommon one for a little bit too, which is cute, but like, come on, game, really? You're not gonna give us anything spicy juicy like that? How rude. Well, it looks like this is where we want to be. Maybe not. Maybe I messed up somewhere? So we'll go this way. Ah. No! Really, game? You spawned me out of my cart? gonna be a long walk back. This kind of hurts a little bit. Whatever, I guess it gives us time to health regen. I feel like for better or for worse, this is just for worse, but that's cool, that's cool. Oops. So we're gonna stream a little more here. We will have to call it a stream soon though. I have some errands to tackle this afternoon. And I gotta start getting myself prepped for tomorrow. So we're going to start doing some of the boring wind down stuff here. Thanks to Bashams for the subscription. It means a lot to us whenever we can get them. I want to thank Cheech2K for coming in and dropping some of his MTG insight on us. Always a pleasure to get to talk to him when we have the chance. You know, I want to thank any viewer that stuck their head in. You know, even if you just stayed for a second, you gave me a try. I appreciate it. It does mean a lot to us. With all that boring out of the way, let's just focus on some spicy collecting limbs for our homebro Mal.
Shoot! Stop it! Stop it! Stop! 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 I am slain.
I'll say we can just melee that down. Come on now. Oh. What? Loader's making a comeback. Hey now. What's going on here?
I am ready.
Gonna have to put on a corrosive weapon again, I see. Oops. Game, don't do this to me. You're gonna kill me right as the last guy goes down, and I don't think I can pick up this item in the fight for your life. Well, hopefully we spawn next to a scooter's ride and we can just teleport to our vehicle, which puts us right where we need to be. Or it looks like we might be spawning close enough in to where it won't be a headache for us. Let's see here. I guess we'll just trade out assault rifle for assault rifle. I know we're kind of going in the wrong direction here, but let's just see what's going on.
Bandits at Grandma's house? Oh, Jesus. Oh, crap.
Like I said, as soon as this sniper becomes no good for us, I'm going to feel real bad, because this thing has been treating us really well the entire time we've had it.
Damn it! Die!
Hopefully we can actually get up here.
What is next?
Well, we didn't deserve to get up, but we got up.
God, I hope everything's okay.
Clearly we gotta find these flowers first. I love my lack of focus today. I feel like missions-wise, we've been all over the place and nowhere for whatever reason. But we're already at this house, so let's see if these missions are close to us or not.
Okay, look, I need your help. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, trap, don't listen. But it's about my grandmother. I built her a cottage on the Iridium Blight, and I need you to check on her. Please, make sure everything's okay. This isn't for me, it's for her. Do it for her, please.
Just feels like we have that lack of focus going on right now. Hopefully it's not too distracting for you. It's driving me a little crazy, but always got to get the extra badass rank if possible and finishing the extra missions. Because if I remember right, that is what that gives you.
No! Should not! That helmet ain't going back on!
My armor.
Well, joke's on him. This sniper's ridiculously strong.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. Thank God. I was so worried you'd killed those bandits before they could murder old Gran. And you know what? Now I don't even have to pay him, so thanks, loser.
That's so messed up. So let's go collect this last piece here.
Thanks for the help, man. Still gonna kill you, though.
Like how he has to drop that little nugget of truth on you. Just, hey, just so you know, you still gotta go. Now, is this above where we need to be or below? No. I don't think I can. Well, let's see. Well, can I not go that way? Really? Huh. Well, I guess we gotta go the long way around then. I guess since we have this this free time here, if you're new to the channel, we do Magic Hearthstone and currently Borderlands 2. After Borderlands 2 and all of its DLC is beat, that'll change to the pre-sequel. If you have an Amazon Prime, you get a Twitch Prime. I'd really appreciate it if you dropped it here. Helps brother out. Means the world to me. Shows you like the content. Also, after today's stream, we will be off for a little while. We have some work to take care of. I do not know when I will be back. Hopefully I won't be gone too long. But between the Discord, the Twitter, the Facebook, we'll keep everybody up to date on when we're coming back.
I can't wait to try them out. Come on back.
So what's our other mission in this area? I guess we'll see where this starts. Let's see what we got here for a map. And what's up, Seth? So we got 1, 2. Okay. As anyone who knows me knows, I totally dislove these missions. Timed missions in Borderlands just feel bad. So hopefully here we can bang this out first try, just so we don't have to go back and try to fart with it again. Hopefully. I like that. Just eating food. Uh-oh. Good thing this gun is really good for us. Well, that's gonna, I think, forcibly end the mission for us because we got shoved off. It didn't? Odd. Oh my.
Unless you were killed by Hyperion personnel.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're getting those tackled and dealt with. I'm sure it feels good to not have to deal with them. And yeah, I know I sent you that in the Facebook. So far I haven't seen any reprints that really blew my mind or made me go but I also feel like one of the weaker points to this spellbook is that it's white mana, and I don't really think white mana has any like must-have spells. Clearly the arts on things like the Rest in Peace and the Path are nice, but in my eyes they're just sort of a whatever. I don't feel like they are really amazing by any stretch of the imagination. And again, I just think the problem is because white's not necessarily wildly played, it's more of a splash color. It kind of brings down the overall potential importance to the cards in there. Exactly. And I think that it was kind of like the same thing with the Jace thing. You know, if they're a collector's item, clearly people are happy to throw money at it. But if it's not something that's in short print, it immediately almost loses all of its value. And I think when it comes to the spellbooks, they're not really worth the money. I think at that point you're just better off buying the singles, kind of hoping that the prices stay low or fair. I like the idea of the spellbooks though. I do think for fans of a certain planeswalker, it's one of those really interesting, I don't want to say must-have ideas, but it's definitely a cool idea to see your favorite planeswalker kind of have, I guess, their quote-unquote spellbook.
I knew you'd make me proud. Come on back.
As Cheech 2K10 and I were talking on the stream earlier, and again I apologize for anyone in here actually for Borderlands. We've had a lot of MPG talk today. Someone had to die. You can't have all this hype of like the greatest fight ever of all time and have everybody live.
Success.
You know, I don't like the feel of this set because it definitely feels like we went back to Amonkhet without actually going there. So a little off-putting for me in that way. I do find it odd though that they kind of chose Gideon. But I feel like we have our permanent white planeswalker in a Johnny. So it's not like we're losing a planeswalker from the pie chart, if you will. God, my gun sucks so much butt right now.
I disappear.
I'm not getting up, but I tried.
The Hyperion Corporation.
Okay, so we're gonna put our annoying gun on again. Be prepared to turn down your sound, or just flat out mute it when you see the SMG come up on screen, because it is a very annoying gun. I have warned you.
First of all, to say.
Come on.
But I do think that this set, in my opinion, I don't want to say lost some of its luster. But it definitely lost some of the Ravnica feel. Ah, you son of a bitch. But I mean, it went from being Ravnica to just kind of being like Amonkhet 2. And like I said, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I just wish I guess they wouldn't have felt the need to do that.
I'll patch you up whenever you need it.
And I mean, to a point, it wasn't. I do feel like this set definitely kind of got the, I guess like a casualty of being part of the story. I do find it weird though that of all the blocks they kind of pulled back to, and I know it made sense storyline wise to call back to Amonkhet, especially for something like Nicol Bolas. It's just Amonkhet left such a bad taste in my mouth. As someone who loves Egyptian aesthetics, all the gods and the lore of Egypt and stuff like that, I think Amonkhet for me was just like a giant letdown. So to kind of go back to that, like, don't get me wrong, it definitely helped bring Amonkhet back sort of into the limelight by being in a Ravnica set, just because everybody loves Rav. So to go back and touch there, it's almost like a safe way to do it without actually having to go back to the plane, which is fine. But they kind of touched the sacredness of Ravnica and almost like contaminated it in my mind with Amonkhet. So, like I said, kind of a weird choice. It does make sense. Just doesn't make me the happiest of boys. And again, it could just be me, but kind of weird. Kind of weird.
Fool. I vanish.
And again, talking back to some of the discussions earlier with Cheech 2K. And something that I've been pointing out since sort of the whole Nicol Bolas maybe doesn't die or lose kind of storyline, or I guess does lose, is who does MTG really have left for bad guys that feel like ultimate baddie bad guys? And some of his answers were Liliana, which I feel like is a hard no, just because at this point they've almost done everything in their power to make Lily like a good guy. Well, I mean, I know that, but from a speculative standpoint for people who aren't necessarily going crazy in the story, you know, you can't just kill off Bolas, because then all you have are the Eldrazi's. And while that's fine, Wizards doesn't really have, or Magic, doesn't really have that super supreme bad guy right now. So to kind of lock away the bad guys and just kind of say like, you know, well, they're coming back, in my opinion is lame. I think they wrote themselves into a corner where there is no ultimate being for a bad guy. They're just sealed away somewhere. That's really as good as you can do, you know? And it's like the same thing with the Eldrazi, you know? Well, they're just kind of locked away right now. That's really what you got? Like, that's what you guys came up with, is just putting them on the back shelf. And while, yeah, I suppose that's fine, I'm not happy with that. I think there needs to be more bad guys on the power level of Nicol Bolas. But at this point, what do they have that they can humanly make that? They don't. And I know Cheech 2K said, well, what about Tezzeret? You know, clearly I don't think Tezzeret would be like, oh man, it's Tezzeret and he's so powerful. Just because he's been around for so long is just sort of, well, you know, he works with Bolas, and that's about as far as it goes. So I think he's kind of lost his luster to be a potential bad guy. You know, at some point Emrakul, yeah, they'll bring them back. But if it's really just going to continually revolve around the same handful of Planeswalkers, Bolas and Eldrazi's, I feel like Magic has no important lore at this point. And again, I really do think that they just kind of wrote themselves into a corner where it's just like, where do we really go from here? You know, either you have to come up with some new higher being, which would be cool, but at this point they'd have no lore, which I think is bad. Or you don't really have a supreme being or higher power anymore, and there's just kind of like block bad guys that are just bad guys, and that feels dull. You do have Phyrexians.
These are clearly the best. Humanity, here I come. Hi, I'm human. I eat food and desire things. I'm in credit card debt and have a wife for whom I feel nothing. Hi, I've come
I
to a
like the mask
realization.
on him.
I now see that humanity doesn't come from wearing clothes or having a face made of flesh. On Pandora, humanity means trying to kill other humans. So die.
You're really gonna attack me,
Thank
Mal.
you for helping me. Once I've murdered you, I will truly be a human being. I am trying very hard to win.
But I don't want to defeat Mal. He's just a poor, confused little robo.
Ow! That hurt! Wait, humans feel pain.
Ow, that hurt.
I felt pain. That must mean I'm human. I'm human! I'm human! Yay! This is the best day of my life! By the way, that fight was very fun. Please feel free to come back so we may do it again.
Alright, so it's a pistol with 4,700 damage, which clearly I don't believe.
Stealth.
Oops. Like, at all. Recoil reduction. Put our last skill point into Grim. And then next time we're going to go into probably this. Killing them with a melee attack, walleye, causes you to deploy another holographic. Oh, pfft, yeah, that's exactly where we want to be. Now where's that crappy pistol that's a lie? We'll see where this gets us. I have a feeling it's totally a lie though. Like, that just seems way too strong for a pistol. Okay, so before we go back to Sanctuary, we're not going to touch this one just yet. And this we know, we're assuming is DLC, so we're not going to touch that yet. Oh yeah, kitty? My, you yelled at me for no reason. So I just think that story-wise, there will be no more end-all be-alls like this. And for me, that's kind of sad. You know, and seeing how they just kind of lock Bolas away, I don't really think they're doing Nicol Bolas justice. Aracady? Huh. Well, we're not going to use it, but that's okay. Again, for anybody here legitimately trying to watch Borderlands, I'm sorry about all the MTG talk. Being a variety channel, we have many groups of followers that we're always trying to keep in touch with, be it Hearthstone, Magic, Borderlands. I mean, there's just so many things. So try not to be too offended by the fact that we have talked a lot of Magic today. You know, I hope it doesn't distract from the fact that I got a new haircut. Our beard in a little over a month is looking pretty fabulous. So, again, I do apologize. It's just the curse of being a variety channel, that's all. Ooh. We're not gonna take the cart. Assuming that we can't take it here. God, my phone has been blowing up off the chain this whole stream. Oh. What appears as though Gearbox is about to have something on their Twitch.
Welcome to my humble shop.
I feel like, knowing how many people that follow me like Borderlands, that I should disgracefully bow out and end my stream here.
We're always open.
so everybody can go turn their attention to that.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's Portable Clinic. What can I get for you?
I'm not really sure what they're about to reveal. I don't know if it's Borderlands news. I don't think so. But I promise if anyone here is watching me for Borderlands content and would like to potentially see new hype Borderlands content, I won't be mad for you going over to the Gearbox thing to see what's going on. Well, I feel like this gun totally sucks butt. That is not 4,700 damage. Or anything near it.
Not feeling good.
Though it does got a pretty good fire rate.
Talk to me, Angel. I need a Vault Hunter and I need him yesterday.
I found someone with great potential. His name is Zero, or at least he's called it. No one knows his real name.
No. Next. I think you'll see stereotypes. You know, 9 times out of 10, there's nothing actually special about them. Who else you got?
Playing Zero surveillance footage.
We're gonna put our other pistol back on. That one's just kind of crappy. Damage is totally a lie. This doesn't fire as fast, but it gets... Oh, it does fire just as fast. Wow, this pistol's amazing. So like I said, for anyone who tunes out and goes over to the official Gearbox channel, I won't be mad. If it is something Borderlands related, if someone could come over and tell me what it is they've talked about, that would be super. I feel like we're about to get down here, which is embarrassing. See what we got.
Unsurprising.
Beautiful, that was a good headshot. Oof.
Welcome, faithful listeners to Kai's Corner, episode 98. Pandora's crap! Nobody's heard of me here.
It sounded like someone left a follow. I have my headset down pretty low right now. I have some other things going on in my ears, so I'm sorry. But I appreciate it. I really do. We're always looking for more followers, you know. I hope what we've been doing here has been entertaining a little bit for you. I can honestly say I'm not here to be the best channel you watch. I'm just here to be one of the more entertaining channels that you watch, or more talkative. You know, I like when people come in here just to drop a hello on me or ask me what's good or whatever. You know, I have no problem talking with people. It's always good to talk to them. At least I like it. Maybe it's just me. Did I miss something? Yeah, I did. Oh, what the hell? It says there's a mission like right here. What's going on? Am I stupid? Huh. Yeah, there's got to be a way down there. Okay, we'll go down there in a little bit. I forgot how big this game was. My God, there's so much more to this Borderlands than there's Borderlands 1. It's absolutely insane. Like, if you buy this game now, you get so much value for your buck. It's crazy. We're not gonna worry about the buzzards. Just want to know why we're not filling out the map by like... Oh wow, it even goes up too? Oh damn. Okay. Well, I guess let's go down then. And it looks like we found another mission to do here, which is cool.
Just
once the sniper becomes dead, I'm gonna cry. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a candlelight vigil just for this gun. The sniper's been insane for us the whole time we've had it. Get back here, dog. Where you going? Get back here. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. So I hope everyone's having a good day, though. You know, we're enjoying some really gross weather here. It's been like 80 something all day, which is sadly obscenely hot for me. I know most people die to have 80 degrees. I can't deal. It's too warm. I got a fan blowing on me all day. Just sweating uncontrollably. Melt, buddy. Here we go. Uh-oh. Today on Can We Get Up? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I still don't like the Teddy or weapons. That reload grenade thing is cool, but like, I'm so used to firing off a shot reloading that having to, I guess, conserve ammo by not reloading feels wrong. Okay, so we found a mission here. Ooh, a treasure map.
They'll never find it. Never find my treasure. Was in Old Haven. Not anymore. Mine. Scatter the map. Give it to bandits. Nobody will ever find it. Never.
Whoa. Sounds like that dude was talking about the lost bandit treasure of Old Haven. If you find the pieces of the map, you'll be the first person to dig it up. Sounds like bandits have the map pieces, but there's no way to know which one's got it. Just killing bandits and hope for the best.
Wow, we messed that up real bad. There we go. Man, there's so many baddies here. What is going on, game? Like 4K. There we go. Please stop shooting at me. Throw that out. And I also gotta find out what gun we because we picked up a donkey pistol, really crappy one, and accidentally replaced it with one of our better weapons, so we have to figure out which one that one. This game's getting extreme now. What game? Why you do this to me?
I'm back from the dead.
Oh shit. Well, we messed that up, but maybe we can get up if he gets close enough? Damn. And of course he's gonna die right after we go down. Well, it's okay. I guess that gives us breathing room. We can figure out what we did wrong. What gun we put down. Let me see here. We got sniper, a better pistol on that. So I think we threw down our SMG by mistake. And yeah, it was. Okay.
So, how was the dying?
I think soon here we're gonna sell that really loud one just so people don't have to mute their headset when we're playing, because that I know that gun's annoying. The damage on it's very good, but I'd rather not have people going crazy because of our gun.
An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
It's cute, but I know it's more annoying than anything. I know. I know. I know. What's that?
Now that you got the flag on there, start the generator to raise it all the way to the top. Stay back!
What do we have for missions going on right now? Because, like... Well, I guess we're doing the capture the flag. Because it sounds like we're close to that one.
Well, who's this?
flags raised all the way up, Slab. Some slab's trying to fly his colors over our tongue. Tear him apart!
Man, this pistol's been spicy for us. The fire rate's really good. That 30 clip is pretty big. Oh, last second. Oops. Oops. Well, this should get him. Oh, we're trying to keep the generator alive? Well, that changes everything.
Sucker.
Wow, I can't believe that whiffed. That hurts the pride a little bit.
How hilarious.
You gotta reset the generator! Long time ago, there were these guys. The Crimson Lads. Worked for the Atlas Corporation. They tried to kill us. It was pretty funny. That treasure you're searching for belonged to the last of them.
Of the end of my empty stomach. I made a piece of just for you.
Sorry if our talking slows down a little bit, but I'm trying to hyper concentrate here.
Good night, sweet friend.
And this part's insane.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
There's gotta be a secret to doing this mission somehow.
Get ready for it! How are you?
Oh, look at how cute he is.
Keep going!
You gotta reset the generator!
Keep firing! Yes! Shoot there!
Wow, they took down our generator real quick that time.
No! I am ready.
Nah, Rocket, you know, Rocket Raccoon, I love him. I really do. His character's good. He's animated well. Like, the voice actor, in my opinion, is absolutely perfect. I did find a picture that made me think of you, though, and it had the MCU universe movies, like, all in a row. And the last, one of the ones, they switched out one of the movies for Shrek 3. I just couldn't stop laughing. I was like, what the hell? Shrek 3, huh? Okay. I was gonna send that to you, but I was at the driving range and I was like, I'll worry about that later. Well, is it done? Or what? Oh, okay. I knew I had to destroy it. I can read. Place Scalding Remnants flag. Yeah, that's what it was. It took out the Hulk for that. And I was like... Now see, I know I own the Hulk movie. I'm fairly sure I watched it because when that came out at that time, I was still on my superhero kick. And those movies were pretty bad. The Hulk movie, for some reason, I don't know why he's so hard to accurately depict. I mean, I'm not really sure why they can't get it right. Oh, I'm not dead. Huh. I thought that ball would kill me. Oh, it's not these dudes. Dude, I hate these dudes. Get off me, bro.
The true world revealed.
Where's my shotty?
Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Damn, Thresher, get off me, bro. Aw. And again, we whiff on our grenade throw. Like, the Teddy or weapons can suck my butt cheeks.
Bow to my weaponry. Yes. I enjoyed that.
Okay, let's catch up for where I missed here. I know I saw the Shrek 3 is a good replacement. And that is the general. He shows up again in Civil War. Okay. They reprinted Gate Plaza. I can't say I'm shocked though. I don't want to say they forced the gate deck in the last set, but I do think it's good to have that card float around again. I don't think it's a bad move, and I'm fairly sure that there's going to be guild gates in this set. Man, there's no rhyme or reason to the missions I'm doing right now. This is just all over the place. Can't see here. Perfect. Oddly, that's a card I'll say I have no problem seeing a reprint, especially because the gate deck can still do stuff. It's one of those weird decks that just it has good matchups versus a lot of decks.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
After a few weeks, Roland and Lilith headed to Old Haven and wiped the rest of the lands out. The landsman kept saying something about a treasure of stone.
Oh my god, game. Let me catch my breath. There's so much stuff going on.
Stop, drop, and roll. True world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
There we go. See, yeah, now you're getting just a little too hectic. Have no breathing room. I don't know too, for that rare, if there is any basic lands in this set, or like most Ravnica sets, you know, the last set doesn't have basics in it, or at least recently, that's been the trend. I don't know if this set continues that or not, and I know with this set having a ton of walkers and stuff in it, you know, maybe that was kind of like, I guess, the fix. Game, stop, please. There's too much stuff going on.
Fear my skills.
Oh. Ah! Well, we knew they were doing another set of the Mythic Edition just because that's how the original Karn and the Gideon were leaked, was through those arts. And I feel like it makes sense too, because even with them not having the, I guess the collectability as people thought they would, clearly, oh, that's pretty hot. Game. Please let me feel strong again.
What is next?
So I feel like then, if it has Mind Sculptor in it, that's probably their way of apologizing. Cause I know from the last one they made, like the middle one from Allegiances or Alliances, I mean, a lot of people kind of felt it was lackluster. So maybe going out of Ravnica with, well, here's one with Jace in it, is sort of the we're sorry that people were looking for it. I mean, where's that one that was almost dead? Nope. This part is touching our cheeks, and it's touching them hard. Quit touching my cheeks, please. It hurts. Do I have... I don't want to put that stupid SMG on again. Well, fair warning. Everybody get ready to mute me again. That gun, but it just does so much damn damage. It's hard for me to turn away from it.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
Where'd my gun go? Where'd my gun go? Where did it go? There it is. Game. Oh, that was almost dead. Come on, come back, dude. Where'd you go? Damn it. New Bolas, new Gideon. I'm cool with that. 3 mana Sarkon. See, I feel like that Sarkon deserved a lot more love than it got. I know a lot of people are just like, it's not that good. I thought that card did everything it needed to do. Like, it drew cards for red. I guess the dragon kind of mana fixing was more cute. Ew, the 3 mana Sarkon's gross. Never mind. That is nasty. Oh, we will kill all these things. Stupid buzzards can suck my butt. There's so many damn buzzards. Why? Yeah, the rug one. See, that one's unapologetically bad. Like, I guess it's cute for like EDH players. You know, definitely a casual card. See, when you put 3 mana Sarkon, I was like, well, I like 3 mana Sarkon. But you meant 3 colored mana Sarkon. That's a big difference. Oh, we took them stupid things down. Okay, we'll turn the annoying gun off. I'm sorry, everybody. Well, I know it's gonna suck, but whatever. I'm okay with the four mana Nahiri. I think Nahiri was really good. Her time in the sun didn't last too long. No! Why the hell are there so many buzzards?
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
But you know, I still like that Nahiri a ton. I mean, everything she does is decent. Maybe not great, but like all of her modes are good. Her mana cost was fair for what she did. Oh shit. Yeah, we have to be nearing the end of the game here because all of a sudden the game got really hard on us. I mean, clearly my sculptor's my sculptor. There's you can't say stuff that hasn't already been said about the stupid card. I mean, it single-handedly changed the idea of Planeswalkers almost entirely. In terms of like redonkulous, over-the-top, oops, we messed up power levels for all the formats. What else we got here? 5-color Tezzeret, just the blue, I honestly think is probably the weakest out of the bunch, just because it's seen the most amount of printings. Being in standard, coming out of a dual deck, being in Modern Masters 2015, I think that one's seen, unless it's the one from the core set, that one in my opinion has already seen too much printing, so that's not really any cause for excitement.
Evidently, Zero has been on Pandora for a few weeks. I have satellite footage of him conversing with the locals.
Roll it, Angel. Oh, look at this freak! Shut up, Z. What do you want? Ninja guy?
I desire a challenge.
By the way your fruity ass talks, it sounds like you're plenty challenged.
Can it, Zeke? Sorry, I swear it's impossible to keep that boy's mouth shut.
You would consider it a challenge, then?
I guess.
This is intriguing. The vault, my masterpiece. Challenge accepted.
Holy, you cut off his head!
Old Ugin, of course. I know as of this morning too, the promo ones spiked up to a little over $250. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. But someone informed me, they're like, hey, you know, if you want to make some quick money, you know, sell your promo Ugin. And I'm like, why? Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh. Right? No. Oh, it's an outhouse. Well, I think that's a very well put together Mythic Edition then. It's got a ton of cards in it that are clearly good. Clearly some are better than others. I mean, you know, I feel like the Tezzeret's kind of a letdown. But I think to me that would really be the only kind of wonky walker. I mean, like I said, Nahiri didn't get enough love, and I think the Nahiri's just fine. I guess the Starcon is really bad too. Like I said, I think that was more of a reprint for the casuals than anything, because of EDH and stuff like that. can't ever really see that Planeswalker finding some form of legit competitive play in any way. That's Archon. Ever? Clearly the Mind Sculptor out of there will command a pretty penny for sure.
I am ready.
Oops. Shit. Oh wait, we might get up still. Oh, come on, game. Don't do me dirty. Damn it. He killed it right before I could. What a doo-doo head. You know, new Bolas, new Gideon. Anytime we see specialty promos of standard cards, I get sad. And that's because most times standard cards, at best, never get the privilege of leaving standard. You know, I think that Bolas for Eternal formats, you know, too slow.
Looks like you should go to Costa Caverns and follow the clues. Everything goes well, you'll be one rich slab.
That Gideon, I do like the Gideon a lot. I have hope for the Gideon. If nothing else, it'll slot well into the quote-unquote Gideon tribal deck. And I'm sure it'll actually be a powerhouse there. Now how good that deck is something else. But it did seem like that deck was doing some stuff for a little while, so...
No.
Damn it. There we go. Wow. Oh, so there's no Karn. So the Karn art that they showed, the art wasn't real, which is interesting, but the card was. Huh. Okay. As for the Tez and Bolas, now have two different Mythic editions. No, they showed Karn as one of the Mythic Planeswalker edition arts, but he's not in the Mythic edition. One of the spoiled arts was Karn as the Mythic edition art, which didn't happen. Don't be afraid to mute me again, everybody. I'll have to see if I can find it, because it had the Mythic Edition logo and everything. Perfect. No, don't get me wrong. It had all the text and everything, but the initial art I saw for it was a full art as though it was from Mythic Edition. I'll have to see if I still have it on my phone. I don't know if I do. I mean, if no bad guys come, I'm cool with that. I don't think you sent it to me. Maybe it was. In the first chunk of the, I think like 8 walkers they showed a while ago.
Your eyes deceive you, and illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
Or what? What the hell's going on? Oh, I guess the chains are moving. Just nobody's spawning. Weird. Well, I guess we sit here and chillax while we wait. Is it still going up?
You got the flag raised. Now bust the generator.
We'll turn that gun off again. That thing has been the savior so many times for us, though. And the version of the card I'm talking about, because clearly I haven't picked my phone up yet, is it had the same art as the one from the set, but it had the Mythic Edition logo to it, and it had the full artness to it as well. So I was like, oh cool, because that's clearly the one I would want for my EDH deck. Oh, come here, little buddy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there we go. Ooh, doggy. Uh-oh. We just can't hold enough stuff right now. What's that? Damn, this place is huge. I thought this was just going to be a small little side area. This place is monstrous. This game gives you so much bang for your buck. It is insane. Oh. God, my hands are getting sore. And yeah, I guess it is the same art, because I can't seem to find it either. For some reason I thought when I looked at it, it was actually gonna be one of the Mythic Edition cards.
I feel the burning eating through my equipment. Must stop, drop, and roll. I vanish. Huh?
Wow. I didn't kill that one guy, that sucks.
Your mistake. Good.
Now see, the Gideon I knew was real just because that's kind of the way they do the symbols for those Mythic Editions.
Punch your skull into your...
Holy shit, I'm out of shotgun ammo? Wow. I don't think I've ever run out of ammo, like ever. Uh-oh.
What is next?
Wow. Okay.
Stop it!
Hopefully maybe we can find a... Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh my. here? Nope. All I know is new set got me hyped real hard. You know, it's gonna change. As I was saying with Cheats 2K earlier, you know, there's a little bit for every format. It's got standard cards. It's got modern cards. Yay! I can buy ammo. Boing.
You're my millionth customer. Don't let it go to your head.
I do agree to a point that's kind of weird. Oh, we got another skin.
Don't have too much fun.
But I also think too, they want them to feel special. And I think they're going to continually keep bleeding them out over time as well. I mean, you know. Wait. Oh, it was my shot. Wow, that does like no damages, dude. Woo! There we go. I think they kind of want them to feel special.
Another win?
And I do think with stuff like the special edition kind of promos or full arts on Arena, I think they should kind of pace themselves, because you know, you got to give reason to people to continually spend money instead of just like, you know, here's this one thing, spend it all now. By slow bleeding them in, anytime Arena sales get slow, they immediately have a fallback plan to bring in some cash. Because I know I want to say on my Monday night stream, a couple of the decks I played against were almost all foiled out or full arted or whatever you want to call them. And it was just like, do you know how much money these people spent to get their decks to look good? Now, as someone who likes their decks to look good, I'm not lynching anybody for it. I'm not discondoning it. Like, I'm all for it. But just the raw fact that they're spending extra money to get the cards they already have shiny, it really is a little gold mine for Wizards right now. And I think, like I said, slowly pushing them out I think is better. Because then it'll give people a reason to continually throw money at the game as time goes on. It really is genius on their end. Like, it's such a small thing. That really adds, because it doesn't really add much to the game. Like, it doesn't change your experience. Yes. Which is why I tried to get foils on MTGO as well. You know, clearly that's not the case here. One of the things I'm very curious about is when the rotation happens on Arena. Because we do know that it's coming soon. Like, it's inevitable at this point. Oh, oh, we made it. Ah. Let's say they reprint Opt in the core set, or in the standard set after that. Will I still be able to use my full art Ixalan Ops? Or will the game be a doo-doo head and go, oh no. Those aren't standard legal. I'm hoping so. But if when sets rotate out, if they're rotating like the arts from those sets, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be one grumpy Gary. I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Especially for those people who are buying the foil cards. Like, to kind of smack them down like that would really grind my gears. I'm hoping it doesn't work that way. I didn't want to fall, but whatever. I'm hoping it doesn't work that way. You know, you would assume the card name would be legal in standard.
Dying is awesome. All of the cool kids are doing it.
Because, you know, clearly that makes the most sense. I mean, at least to me it does. I guess maybe not to everybody. But I would be pretty upset if some people couldn't use their nice shiny cards because they remove blocks. I like how we're supposed to go this way, but we can't call that elevator down. Oh, BA tokens! Ah, oh, damn. We'll go grenade damage. Maximum health. Shield recharge. I guess effect chance. Huh. Well, yeah, but the full art one's currently legal in standard. Because it came out of the core set. So I'm curious to know, let's say Duress stays standard legal. Do they get rid of my M19 versions, you know what I mean? Because we don't know how they're running Arena yet. And I'm starting to believe that Wizards might not know how they're running Arena yet. Like, they have ideas. But I'm not sure they really know what they're doing quite yet.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that.
We're just gonna get rid of that because it sucks.
Good luck.
Well, I know it's a different art, but it's also, you know, in the current standard rotation, you know, Arena hasn't had to deal with anything. I guess what? I don't want to say weird like that, but you know, sort of weird like that, I guess. Well, I mean, I know you're not going to lose cards in your collection because they're like theoretically in your collection. So I'm hoping that you would get to use those arts again. Well, clearly we're not doing anything in this direction because for some reason we can't get that stupid thing to go up. So either I'm missing something or I'm missing something. Well, it's not so much for the new non-rotating, but like, you have to assume
Recommends channeling your post-death frustration into pre-death vengeful anger.
that a card like Duress is always going to be in standard. So are they going to have the common sense to go, well, if you have your full art promo ones, even though they're not, M19 isn't in the standard anymore, you know, we got you. You can still use those. Or do they flub up and they're like, well, you get to use the 2020 ones now, even though M19 rotated and they're still the same card. You'll live. They're just foil cards. Who cares? That's why I'm so curious to see how they do their stuff. What's their mindset on it? Because we know Wizards has done dumb things before.
I'm an EchoCast host, not a hero. You can't be saying that.
The prophecy spoke of a man who would come to Sanctuary, forever speaking into an echo recorder. He would be a humble man of unknown origins.
I've got 5 billion subscribers.
Very famous man, beloved the galaxy over. He would wield the evil smasher forged by my own hand and save our galaxy forever.
Me? Save the world? I don't know.
It is your calling. You must purchase the evil smasher from me and save our planet. You will be rewarded with riches, fame, Moxie's hand in marriage.
How much for the evil smasher?
$2 million.
Now I'm assuming this is where Kai is, so I don't want to find him yet. I would hope not. You know, I mean, and it should be an easy enough fix for them. But I feel like talking Wizards, you always have to be leery. Because they've showed time and time again that they're not afraid to make weird decisions or make awkward mistakes. I mean, I'm rooting for them because I think Arena is really great for them. It really is.
Faithful listeners, I am going to save the galaxy. Armed with the evil smasher given to me by the wise seer Marcus, I will head into the heart of Sawtooth Cauldron and cleanse it of evil. I always knew I was destined for greater things. I must go find my destiny, listeners, for justice, for glory, for Moxie. Charge!
What a jackass. Now give me my money back.
And like I said, that's not what I want. But they're just kind of good at making mistakes. From time to time. You know, that's all. I don't want it to happen, you know. As much as I love paper magic, you know, it clearly has the writing on the wall. At this point, I mean, Arena is so much easier to program for. It's cheaper than having to print cards off. Between Arena and MTGO, you know, I think paper magic does lose some of its value as time goes on. Why won't this open? I feel like I'm stuck. And it seems like every time we get stuck, I don't get it. Why can I not go anywhere? It wants me to go up, but I can't. Well, I guess I'll go turn in the missions that I have done. And see if that opens up something for us. Probably won't. And then I think once we get the missions turned in, probably gonna call it a stream. I do have some stuff to take care of before my tournament tomorrow. Well, this saves us time. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. Thanks for everyone keeping me occupied in the chat. Thanks for everyone who poked their head in, even if just for a second.
Respawn.
It does mean a lot to us. Thanks to Bashams for the subscribe. That's huge. I love getting my subscribes. Now I guess let's try to find a way out of here and go turn these in, I suppose. I don't think we're going that way though. I think we need to go this way. I love getting lost in these games because I always feel like you just shouldn't get lost on these games.
Goodbye. Ouch.
Welcome to dark. Why are you so mean?
Game, why are you ramping up so hard all of a sudden? You're just coming at us with everything.
Ready for her? Quit live so much.
We're still going up this way here, so that's good. That's good, that's good.
Squish you. Come back.
And of course we get hooped off.
Yes. Unsurprising.
Leave us alone.
And then another reminder, in case anyone didn't hear me earlier or any of the other days. After today, we will be going on a streaming hiatus for a little while. I'm not sure exactly when we'll be back streaming again.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion.
I'm assuming it'll only be about a week at most if we are actually gone. So, just keep your eyes peeled on the Twitter, the Discord, the YouTubes, all that good stuff. So you can see when we're back in action again. Where's our map? How are we getting out of this? Yeah, but this way does not lead us like that, does it? Absolutely not. Well, let's see if this fixes it. Hopefully this takes us back to the start of the map so we can just fast travel quickly. Oh, and it does. That's kind of cheating, but it at least gets our missions turned in quicker here. Beautiful. So let's go give Marcus his $9. And then we'll go turn in Dr. Ned's mission.
Chosen one. Ah.
I feel like that gun sucks, but I suppose it's okay.
Did you hear? Roland's dead.
I have heard some of the rumored specs for the PS5 with the whole 8K and all that stuff. I don't know if I really trust the 8K.
Nice to meet you. Here's a large pile of money. I need more body parts paid. Say a thing nay to anyone, anyone. Look, just don't say nothing to nobody.
I think some of the issues I have with things like I guess some of the consoles at this point is they're probably not getting any cheaper than what they are now.
You can never be too well armed.
So I feel like it would be hard for me going forward to validate the purchase of a gaming console
A vault hunter.
when I feel like the computer's just gonna have it more optimized. That one's actually pretty hot. That's just whatever. Dude, go back to the Ninja Star one. That one was sexy. And I guess we'll blow one golden key quick. Oh, that is absolutely true. And I feel like that's because sometimes people don't want to... Really? Fast action... Well, I guess whatever. That wasn't the worst key we could have used. I guess we'll put that on over that. I just don't have the drive to play console games anymore. I know there's something I talked about earlier on the stream. For me, it's just, if I can get it on PC, I'm just going to go PC at this point. Actually, let's go try to kill this thing before we're done here. Because this thing was kicking our butt earlier. Maybe we can kick it now. And there hasn't been really any console exclusives in the past, like, 2 years, 3 years, that made me glad I had all the current gen systems. I didn't play it. I didn't want to play it, so I didn't play it. I'm not a big God of War guy. I played the first one, and well, I mean, it might have been so good, sure. A lot of people thought the first one was good. I couldn't even get through it. It bored the hell out of me. I bought the second one. I didn't like the second one. I bought the one for the PSP and didn't like that. That's just not a franchise for me. Like I said, just those aren't my kind of games. I love first-person shooter games a lot, and I don't want to say if it's not first-person shooter I won't play it, because that's a lie. Well, I guess one more time to mute everybody's volume. Kill her this time? I guess as long as she stays away from me, maybe we're okay. All the ammo. Uh-oh. Run, buddy. Get out of there. Bad boy do. I mean, so technically that's good damage, and they should finish her off.
Good job saving the little skag buddy, man. I think logistically that makes you its new mom or something. I don't know.
I feel bad for having to kill that thing's mom, but
critical killing is an art unto itself.
See,
and I am
don't get me wrong, I think that ray tracing is phenomenal for something like a console. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. But like, with the alleged 8K rumor, and I think consoles going forward do have to have. Wow, that's got some damage on it. You know, well, it's not that far away, but it's a thing of how many early adapters are you actually going to have? I mean, it's not like the whole world is going to have it. Look at, like, you know, yeah, the Xbox One forced you to have the HDMI as well as the other one, but like, you know, you look at the 360's life cycle. It took a while for it to actually, before more and more people got onto the high def train. I don't think it's that easy to just say, well, it has 8K. You know? I mean, I don't know anyone with 8K. I have nobody even looking at 8K right now. Ooh, that fire's slow. Gross. We'll make this gun work, though.
I am ready.
Well, I know they're out. But like I said, how many people do you know have them? How many people do you know are seriously contemplating buying one of them? Like I said, I don't know anyone seriously in the market looking at 8K stuff. And normally with stuff like that, it's usually better to just wait and let the costs come down a little bit first before you just go all in. Yes, there's going to be people clearly going in, but like, no, exactly. See, that's the thing though, like, you know, having to buy an expensive gaming console, right, that has 8K, and making it worth it, that's not cheap. You know, and I feel like console gamers have a completely different mindset than PC gamers, where PC gamers love to have the most newest, up-to-datest stuff. I feel like console gamers are just glad to have a new console. And I think that's kind of like the difference in mindsets between PC and console gamers, is because console gamers kind of know, like, yeah, we got a new console out, but it's not as strong as some stuff.